stream. I am streaming. What? I got a trick here. You're not seeing what I have in my hands. I'm like a dragon. I'm basically a dragon. I can redo it. Sorry, it's been a while. I haven't like breathed fire. Doesn't work, but I'm live, and that's what matters. Today, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm just telling. I'm just telling it because I need to tell it when we first starts. I want to get to other stuff. I've been watching this Vice News thing with Andrew Callaghan. Which he kind of just hangs out around. He's not doing much there. So I kind of want to look at that for some things. I know like the guy from Vice News did put on some stack. He probably put it to elsewhere, but he shared like a document about like everything he used for his journalistic goal contribution. You know how he mapped his own like work. So I'm curious to see that. So journalism has been really interesting for me for the past week, and it's going to be one of these things I think I'm going to try to dig myself more into. Like one of these things that just feel right to connect myself with journalism, especially with politics. I love politics, but I never know how to really tackle it. Okay, I don't like giving opinion that much. I don't really care, because at the end I've got like a certain pessimism about giving your opinion. But I've been having a lot of fun doing just in some sense you could twist what I'm doing into like journalism, like in some weird sense. It's stretching it, but it's just like making a bridge to what I could do with journalism. Like when we explore music, when we explore scenes, when I do my politics too, like in some sense, it's a sort of journalistic endeavor. And I'm going to try to put more emphasis over that side of me if I tackle politics. And also if I finish to explore, if I one day I just decide to go out of my room, which is, why would I go out of my room? Like, crazy thing to think, right? I got everything I need in my room. I got books, I got music, I got my PC, I can go running outside, I can go to the gym. Wait, am I balding? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Wait, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look at myself in the thing. Wait. I need to pose. Okay, look. It's over. It's such the end. It's so the end. It's the end. I need to go to Turkey soon. I need to buy like pro game. It's over. It's fucking over. God damn it. It was a good run. Until it wasn't. So yeah, just explore. I feel like also liking your friends to do that, because the more it goes on, the more I'm realizing that I don't think I know how to really value what is a good friendship and what is not. And not saying that some friends are not cool, but there's a certain part of me that's I'm always a black sheeps in my friend groups, which is really annoying because I never fit anywhere. And after a while, it's always dynamics that I'm getting myself entangled with. What the fuck? There's things. Why is this guy feeling jealous and hate me for no apparent reason? People are people. People just want fun, and they're going to just hate someone for some reason. That's just group dynamics. I don't know. They just that makes no sense to me. It's they don't like when thing moves. I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to get into the bad habit of thinking of oh, people are jealous of me. That's so toxic. That's toxic. That's egoful. That is not a good thing to do. So yeah. So let's see. I'm going to pull up the live from Iran thing. here. Okay. My headphones, it keeps like plugging and unplugging. It's really annoying. I don't think you guys hear it, but for me, I hear it. It's really annoying, and I don't know how to really. Give me a second. Give me a second. Usually, there's like a plug behind the PC that I can use. Yeah, I can use, and also like find a way. Plug my. Wait, I have something. Wait, do we try something here? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't work. Never mind. It doesn't work. I tried. I need like a bigger like thing because I could have used my speaker just there. My CD speakers. Okay. There's things in the back there. I'm going to plug my headphones there. I don't think I'll be able to move as much. Ah, fuck it. I'm just. It's the headphone plug is getting like kind of old. You know, like the front panel getting bad. It's always like one sided.
Of always being watched, always being under pressure, always being checked. You don't know when you're gonna.
Instead of watching this, maybe we could like watch like classic Vice documentaries. I never like have the time to watch. I mean, like right now he's doing like more serious stuff of like going at with cars, but I really dig that one documentary when he was like, what, to Uganda? See, the Army Kingdom. Let's go to fucking North Korea. Why is there a basketball player there? Cool girl for sale in Japan. That's interesting too. 3D printed a Glock to see how far homemade guns have come. The Islamic State. No, we need to watch this. Actually, this is great. We Muslims are the only ones who wants to enforce Sharia in this land. I get like any religion we're going fundamental. That's where the shit kind of goes. It the fan. You know, nothing against Muslim, just like fundamentalism. That's kind of hitting the fan in countries that are unstable. Sharia can only be established with weapons. Yeah, and that belief, you need violence to get some things going. I like to join the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria and kill with them. Because they kill infidels in the apostates. You know like how much like the dynamics there are like so fucked up that now there's sensibilities over like human life and there's people. Holy shit, Alex is bald. Who is talking to me? Who is white? Who is that, dude? Tanner? Oh my god, Tanner! It's been a while, jeez. Damn, bro, how have you been? How have you been, dude? That's been a while. Yeah, I'm bald now. It's not been a long time. It's been forever. I didn't think I'd see you streaming. I stream a lot, dude. It's been like one of these things I've been enjoying quite a lot. You know, kind of have to like have a space to explore the internet. I'm doing good. I'm about to go to meet my friend for lunch. Oh really? Where are you guys going? What are you guys doing? Like just beer or like just McDonald's? I mean that's a good lunch. That's a good lunch. Hell yeah, 16 too. Thank you. We got the books. We got the poster. We got the lights. Bunch of things. It's awesome. How have you been? Are you working? What have you been doing? What have you been doing? We're getting lunch at a place called like 3 Auger, then seeing the new Backrooms movie. Dude, I heard about the Backroom movies. The guy that made the movie is 20-year-old, which is kind of crazy. I'm always working. I've just been doing gig works. Okay, cool. Yeah, just moving around, like Walmart delivery. I see. That's awesome, dude. Walmart delivery. I feel like, you know, jobs that you deliver stuff. I kind of romanticize it because like sometimes I'm like you just go in your car. Driving is kind of fun. You put your music. Can listen to like podcasts, so it could be like kind of chill, dude. All right, what about you? You were at the bar last time. I remember. Yeah, the last time we saw each other, I was working at the bar, but like it's been a while. Since then, because of school and stuff like that, I need like to work more with people. So right now, I'm like helping with tutoring like kids in school. So like when you're really bad at school, I'm kind of there to help these kids. So I've got like a couple of them that I help each week. And right now I'm trying to find like something else to jump from that. Yeah, you know, it's fun to help homework and like you kind of see what they've been learning. You know, like oh, I can relearn my history, which is kind of nice, or redo school. Oh, sick! You're going to school for teaching? No, 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 no. I'm in psychology. I was like in this weird program. They were doing like two things at the same time, and now I'm going full psychology. So we'll see what happens with that. Psych seems interesting. It is. It is. It's just one of these like things. It's like as a society, we never like learn how to deal with emotions, and it's like one of these fields that so like there's a I don't know say there's like an experience you need to have that is like you need to understand how to connect with your own self and all this shit. That's like not a thing I feel is can be taught academically. You know, it's like ground on you know. I finished my associate degree and didn't do shit after that. Yeah, well, sometimes you need time. You know, need time to think if you're going back to that. Sometimes you just need some money on the side. Like your 20s are there for that, in my opinion. So, okay, yeah. Have you been doing anything else? Working, hanging out with friends, watching Backrooms. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Oh, you got a motorcycle, dude. That's awesome. Okay, okay. I'm pretty nice at wheelies now. You can do wheelies too. I was driving the other times, like on the highway, and some guys like passed me, and like he started doing a wheelie. I was like, what the fuck? That's so cool. You know, usually only like people on bikes do that shit. Like on a real motorcycle, it was something. It was something. I know I always wheelies. I'm dropping back and controlling it. Yeah, I feel it's probably more dangerous. My bike's too slow anyways. Yeah, I don't know what type of bike he had. Maybe like there's like certain type of bikes you need. Get like stuff going on. You know, you probably do like stuff like motocrossing. Motocrossing, you know, like just having a bike in the mud and doing like sick ass jumps like with BMX. It's a 300. It's funny. The first bike I rode was Rose Scooter. Really? Give me a second. I want to see like what moto. I really like old school motorcycle. They look cool, like old school Hell's Angel kind of deal. In Quebec, there's a lot of like these two. There's like the people that are younger that have like the more sport motorcycle, and then you're going to see like older people or like your uncle type that's going to have like a Hell's Angel. Richard bike is sick, yeah. I'm not a big on cruiser like Hell Angels. I love it. There's like this style that comes with it too. You know, they all have like that sort of like gangster, criminal kind of vibe. That's like okay. There's an aesthetic there. 300 motorcycle. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, it's a okay. It's pretty. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this one looks cool. It's like classic. This one is more sports vibes. Oh, you see? This one's cool. This one is a bit like it seems like a bit like simpler. I kind of like this. I like this vibe a lot, but like this one is more sport with the colors. Feels more like racing. See me, Muffle. 300. What's your Insta? I don't use Instagram that much anymore. Like I'm trying to get out of like social media, kind of. Like I'm still going there, but like for a while I was like addicted to reels. I was like I need to stop, dude. I'm way too much on reels. Oh, it's pretty, dude. Oh, it looks sick. It looks sick. It looks cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Streaming is bad for you. Makes sense. That bike. It's not bad. It's just like they fucking put reels right on the top of like my message. So I'm like, why do I have like this algorithm candy feeding thing I never asked for? So I just like cut it, you know. But it's supposed to be very addictive, yeah. But like it makes no sense. I don't understand. But like I'm trying to text my friend and just see what they've been up to. They're really good at it. Yeah, they're fucking suckers at that. They're too good. That's the thing. They're too good. They're too good. They got their own kind of aura for sure. It does. It does. Let's see like some Hells Angels like kind of motorcycle. Well, I didn't really mean to text. Or do you want to doom scroll? Text or I mean, yeah and no. It's like I feel after a while, it's like I was like having this pattern. I was like, oh, I'm going to send cool reels to my friend. You know, it keeps the conversation going. I can like share funny stuff. At the same time, you see what other people are liking. But it just became this sort of like. The more it went on, the more addicted you became. I became. At first, it wasn't that bad. It was like it went really slow, and after a while, I was like always like scrolling and just always opening the reels for no apparent reason. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So I had to like cut it off. Cut. Hells Angels motorcycle. I want to see like some great. Here we go. In Quebec, we have like a big Hells Angel like kind of culture here. I don't really know like what type of mafia we had here in Quebec, but I think like these guys were pretty big. Like I'm sorry, like I understand like the criminals, but like they have a style. All leather, this thing, they got a country vibe to it. They sell drugs. I know down in New York, there's a lot of motorcycle club culture. Wait, which state are you from again? I don't remember. I bet it's the same people or like same clubs. Yeah, of course. The culture is going to be like around like certain places. Especially when your culture is around like, oh my, look at these strips. Motorcycles. It's like a moving thing. There's probably like you have like your highway you always go through. I heard like people here they kind of also like add like little cities or whatever. They're going to be like all into like a little suburb, and it's going to be a lot of Hells Angels there, just because it's easier. They're like out of the big cities. I mean, Missouri. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, of course. Missouri feels like a Hells Angel place. Everything is far apart. It's like, of course, you're going to have like a transportation kind of culture there appearing. You know what I'm saying? There's good pictures in there. You have a lot of that culture, yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, I gotta go get going, but I'm going to keep an eye for opening your stream, bro. Thank you, man. Well, I'm glad you came a bit, you know, talk to you a bit. Nice to hear from you. Yeah, nice to hear from you too, bro. Go have a nice time watching the Backrooms. I still need to go there. I still need to watch it. I'll come. Take care now. Take care, Tanner. Okay. Now I'm back. I want to watch this documentary here. Oh, and Prime G. Yes. The notification is not even like appearing. Oh, here we go. Shit. Okay, dude. Okay. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it for the $5. You know. That's the thing that's kind of enjoyable. It's like if I stream, people can just hop in. There's a vibe to it. Anyways, the Islamic full length thing. Let's learn a bit. It's doing the L. Take the L. Shit. There he is above your head.
This is Raqqa, the capital of the world's newest declared state. A state that has been established by a hardline Sunni jihadist group that emerged out of the mayhem of the Syrian civil war.
Oh my god.
Recently, they were known as ISIS. Now they simply call themselves...
Yeah, of course, when your country is in war since like, not forever, but like, you're going to have like, groups of people, radical people are going to just appear.
Or IS. The speed and efficiency with which they advanced from Syria into Iraq caught the world and many of those reporting on it by surprise.
The lightning advance of ISIS in Iraq, President Obama's foreign policy is maybe under attack like never before.
How it was possible for this group ISIS to sort of sweep in to western Iraq.
They captured the cities of Mosul and Tikrit, robbing local banks and seizing large amounts of weapons provided to the Iraqi military by the United States. Growing in numbers, its fighters have come from all over the world, all wanting to be part of the Caliphate, an Islamic State that now stretches through Syria and Iraq. And
Oh my god,
this is
they're
just the
that's okay. They're really just like everywhere at the same time. They're kind of everywhere. So it's like there's like the two states, Syria and Iraq, and then there's like a third party, the ISIS, just like the terrorist group that emerged out of like the conflict.
beginning.
So what is the philosophy like between those states? Like I'm sure like they have like a weird ass like way of like reading the Quran or something. I'm pretty sure it's not the Quran. But you know, okay, I need to stop with this. I need to inform myself about Islam because like does Islam is also the Muslim. Muslim. Okay, same difference. Islam is the religion and Muslim is the person who practices that. Okay, so they are. So it's the Quran. And so now the question becomes how do they each interpret their own text? How do they twist their prophets and stuff?
Little is known about the inner workings of the group, but Vice News filmmaker Median Daria gained exclusive access to their power base in Raqqa. Here in Raqqa,
They're
IS
just
is following daily
you see, they're doing the same shit, but like with violence up a notch. You know? Everywhere in the world is going to be like teens are going to enjoy drifting around. But instead of doing that in cars in like random parkways, you have tanks.
strikes from the Assad regime. And
You see, like, when tension arises, you get desensibilized to like a lot of stuff. You can like continue life. It's just like now, killing people becomes like a bit like normal, which is crazy. You see, like how tension can arise these sort of sensibilities. I'm just saying. I think even like in the US or like it's hard to say like how much. I mean, it's not as bad into like other countries, but you know, if people are riled up, it's going to be way easier to like have desensibilized sensibilities, and that's the thing we're kind of seeing. I think with like the rise of the right, in some sense, now we're seeing back the return of like that sort of like dialogues about like racism, and if it's good to like say the N-word and stuff like that, I feel like we went away from that. And then it came back, these sensibilities got like back to it. But you go to an extreme in these countries and the value of a human life and the other groups is like, it is destroyed. There's no like, the sensibility is not even there to make friction.
siege to a military base that is being defended by the largest government force left in eastern Syria, the Army's 17th Division. Islamic State press officer Abu Mossa said he would take Vice News to see the front lines.
There will be a bridge in front of us.
تمام الكوبري هذا يسمونه جسر راح نتعرض على
Then we will face a barrier of sandbags, where the regime snipers is pushed in. Nothing will happen to us, God willing. Two brothers, ice fighter and many civilian get killed there. Usually they attack with 30mm gun, cannon, snipers, BAS, machine gun, and mortars. The regime uses all kind of weaponry. They don't care.
The Syrian army has blocked.
And that's the only thing you can like cope with it. Like I'm sorry, like how can you cope with that? You have to not care. You have to not care. You're stuck in a dynamics that like the only possible like solution is to not care. It's you know.
The main highway, and the only alternative means driving.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. That the reality. I gotta. Sure, but you know, that's how it feels.
Regime sniper.
That's my instinct. But you know, is that top building? It's a sugar factory. That one. The sniper is based there. You can see it with your camera eye. Sniper facing a sniper. The building is the housing for officer of the 17th Division. The building is a sugar factory where they were made. The area is dangerous.
Situated just over a mile from the city centre, the Division 17 base is the last remaining stronghold of Assad's forces in the surrounding area.
Those are regime positions. That's a regime flag. There is one on that tall building. The whole area belongs to the regime. We still exploded the sniper. Yes, he goes up that middle tower and fires from there.
The first stop is an Islamic State checkpoint within range of the 17th Division's base.
The wall with the holes, is that where they... No, in the building. Back. Where's the regime from here?
أقول لأمريكا إن الخلافة الإسلامية قامت وبإذن الله لن تتوقف يا جبناء.
America was and attacks us with drones.
فنحن على الأرض فلا تأتونا بالطاقة.
It says send your soldiers. The one we humiliated in Iraq.
مرغنا أنوفهم في العراق وبإذن الله سوف
We will humiliate them everywhere, God willing.
وإن شاء الله بالبيت الأبيض.
And we will raise the flag of Allah in the White House.
They move further forward.
Yeah, I mean, look.
The Syrian army.
The Americans don't have the best, the best track record in these countries. Let's say for the people living there. Maybe they have a good track record for the Americans, and let's say like maybe the Occidents, but like they don't have. It's not the same for these guys.
One of the fighters in the group starts firing at the enemy positions. Coming under return fire, press officer Abu Mossa and another fighter joined the exchange. This beleaguered outpost of the Syrian Army Division wasn't giving up without a fight. They kept returning fire as Abu Mossa and the group headed out of the trenches.
The brothers are encamped around the 7th Division on the L4 side. It's up any enemy infiltration. Thank God they're trapped. Can't get any supplies through the extent of pressure. Persian forces are besieged from all sides. Yes. Enemies of the religion, the enemy of gods, the enemies of humanity and religion. Praise be God, we open fire on them. We ask God to grant us victory over them.
A few weeks later, IS launched a large-scale offensive against the 17th Division.
Yeah, that's how you kill someone.
They overran the base.
That's how you don't care about killing someone.
Soldiers. Their corpses were displayed in downtown Raqqa, their heads mounted on fence posts. It sent a clear message.
I'm not sure that's good for for YouTube algorithm.
Of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
I think there's a thing like when you talk about anything about like the Middle East is going to be really bad on the algorithm. So I'm not. This is not going to go anywhere. He came up with the enemies of God. He granted his followers success. Empowered them to fulfill their purpose. What's up? Go, Nichols, boy! The man is here. The man is here. Clap, clap for Nichols. We are okay. So today I was feeling journalistic. I was like, we need to explore how to tackle politics without tackling politics the same way. More of a certain like journalistic approach of it. So that's why I want to like get into more of like Vice News because alongside Channel 5, they seem to be like the cornerstone I enjoy much about like exploring journalistic approach on the internet. You know. So you remember the same guy that made that Ugandan moonshine video? It was great, right? Are you watching some depiction of fundamentalism? Yes, dude. Remember your class? You remember your class? Yes, we are watching people that take their book too far. They take the Quran too far, but they all twist into their own way. You know? Okay, so and basically it's about ISIS, the Islamic State. Think Syria think Iraq, sorry, think Iraq. There's so much tension that inside of these two war, there's like a third group that appears, third actors, third fighter appears. The ISIS, they're a third guy because like it's so bad that like they you can just have an organization, terrorist organization that appears out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but like whoop. And so it's kind of like a documentary about these guys. We always hear about ISIS because like it was one of the reason I think America is like pissed at them or some shit. You know what I'm saying? While they are the one that created so much tension in these countries. Let's go. So nothing much happened. We were kind of just like going around. We saw like people shooting. We saw like cool clips of like people being killed. I talked about how people can get desensitized to killing someone. Like, how can you mentally get to a point where it becomes like Osama bin Laden and stuff? Yeah, I think. I'm not sure if Osama bin Laden is ISIS. Because I think Osama bin Laden is an Iran guy or Iraq. You know what I'm saying? They're probably from ISIS. They're like just a country. These guys are probably against ISIS. Al-Qaeda. Oh, look at all these words. Pan-Islamist, a Salafi Jihadist, Al-Qaeda. There's like so much stuff. I just want the country. Saudi Arabia. They're not even... He's like from Saudi Arabia. Let's see the FBI. Actually, let's see the FBI. Let's see the FBI file on this guy. Osama bin Laden was a violent terrorist and mass murderer who is bombing and bloodshed to have extremists killed. Okay. Oh my god, look at this poster. Look at this. That's a crazy poster. Attack of 9/11. Following the Soviet Union invasion of Afghanistan, I didn't know that. Ireland providing financial and logistical support to Islamic fighter by battling the Soviets. So at first he was against the Soviets. I guess he was like, fuck the Soviet in Afghanistan. He's from Afghanistan. If I get it, yeah. So that's another guy. I mean, there's like so many groups in like the Middle East. They're kind of all Islamist. Just like different color of like fundamentalist. But they're pretty much like all fundamentalist. No! What? Damn it, why did it close down? What the freak, bro? It's the Osama bin Laden. They didn't like this.
City is firmly under IS control.
Oh look, that's
of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
And in combat with the enemies of God, he granted his followers success and empowered them to fulfill their purpose. There's also like, I think like about like these guys, like they are fundamentalist, but also they really twist their fundamentalist into like war mentality. Now it becomes like the world itself give you permission to kill, you know, because like it's so radical. That's the only way you can like, you know. Imagine now you spawn again and you end up there. They just want to have. Oh, that's a sad part, you know. If you spawn in Iran, you just want to get through your day too. Okay, that's the thing. They were drifting like their tanks the same way like some random kid is going to drift their cars in their parkway. It's the same, dude. They just want to get through their day, and like the fucking country is like falling apart because like so much tension for so long because everyone is like shitting on them. So of course, like radicalism is going to appear.
Although this was the only known public,
I mean, Iran is much different because they aren't Arabs.
his influence is growing.
What do you mean by Arab then? That's true. What do we mean by Arab? I thought like Arab. Okay, so are Arabs just countries like because the southern Africa are also Arabs? Like, what do you think about like Morocco and stuff like that? They are Arabs too. I think they're not necessarily Muslim. They might be Muslim though. Too. What's the difference between Muslim and the Arab? Is it like just someone like lives in these countries, like a Caucasian or Asian? You know, it's these small things. I'm like, dude, it's like being Arab is about who you are, while being Muslim is about what you believe. Okay, Muslim is a religion. Arab is just where you're from. I'm an Asian. I'm from China. I'm a white guy. I'm from North America. I'm a Spanish guy. I mean, it's not Spanish, but like Latino. Your leader is a descendant for us and in the tribe of the Prophet. You have to love the family of the Prophet. You have to support him by paying your money, sacrificing your life, and anything you can do. In the name of God, the merciful, we swear allegiance. You see how they approach religion?
This was a message that clearly resonated with the crowd on hand.
That you have to swear allegiance to the Caliph before you die. Thanks to be God, we swore to listen to and obey the Caliph, Abu Abka. We wish to become part of him and his soldiers. A soldier for the Islamic State and to praise their flag. No God but Allah, Muhammad is a messenger of God. I mean to swear allegiance. Yeah, Arabs in ethnicity and Iran, they're Persian. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Thank you for that. I came today to swear allegiance to Abu Abka. How old are you? Sheesh.
As IS swept through Syria and Iraq, seizing more and more territory by force, the battle for people's hearts and minds became another important part of their overall strategy. It's a job that IS press officer Abu Mossa takes very seriously.
The war has never been going for a while. Don't you have recreation time that you spend with your family? Oh, you see, let's see like their normal life. To be honest, no. Okay, no. The last few Eid celebration, I told my children that I will not buy any sweets for Eid. So the children of Dara and Oms are able to celebrate too. I don't return home for pleasure. I only go when it's important or I'm sick. I don't go at all. That's crazy. That means you live for war all the time. Family, honesty. The least important thing. There's a higher purpose. You see how fucked up like these countries have become? When that is the dialogues they're having to structure the life. But you see like how much like radicalization that like what kind of context like makes for like that shit happens. Like you need to grow up in war and stuff like that. It just like it's going to happen. Yeah, okay, I read that before. No one will defend Muslim if we all sat in home with the family. When we have a fist, we are going to film near the Al-Frat River. Why don't you come with the preaching car and meet us there? Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, of course, that's insane. Of course. What the fuck? It's the new bridge of the Euphrates River. We're going to film there. Wait for the me until I coordinate with Sheikh Al-Bulaba. Spanish. I swear we opt for a chip. What to VIP life and trips, the opposite. Such things takes us away from God. The harder the situation is, the closer we are to God. And that's how they take their pain. That's how they take their pain. Their pain becomes like a higher purpose. Like even in the most hellish situation, at least you'll have like your story and your, you know. God damn it, dude. The Euphrates River. They just bathed in there?
A key part of the battle for Iraq and Syria is the control of the water supply. In June of this year, Turkey closed their dam on the Euphrates, significantly reducing the drinking water and hydroelectric power that both Syria and Iraq badly need.
I pray to God that the apostate government reconciles it. That's the thing. Imagine you become insane. You become you say that's insane. The situation is insane, but like someone that's like living in hell like that become like that radicalized. There's like insanity, And imagine now, like it's not even like one person that's like to that breaking point. It's a whole group. You know what about Kurds? I don't. Are they Turkish? I don't know much about them too, but I heard like they're Turkish, dude. Right? Kurds. I don't really know the history there. Is it in this city too? Two distinct in this city in the Middle East. Two different language, histories, and cultural heritage. You see? Okay. Cultures. Oh, this guy. This guy. We could watch this guy too. I forget about like Johnny Harris. He has cool stuff in there. I don't know when we're going to do that, but we'll do it. Not really. I mean, they seem like different. But they're not, okay, so they're ironic. There's a lot of different theories as why their specific origin are. Some people say they're ancient Medians, some remnants of Sassanid Empire, but regardless, they sided with the Ottomans rather than the Safavid because of religion, having been part of Iran for a very long time. I wouldn't say they're pro-Israel. There's at least 30 million of them, and they're all unified. They spread through Syria, Turkey, Afghanistan, I think too. Okay, so they're just a group of people. So it's like one of the in these cities inside of these places. I see. In the middle of all that, yeah, of course, there's going to be like all other like ethnicities. And I guess some because they're I'm not sure if they're unified. They seem to be unified into like a certain like political like alignment though. They probably have like a sort of. They share the same religion. They probably share some religion or something. Because like they keep talking about Israel. But they don't have their own country, sort of like Quebec and Canada, but a little stronger. Yeah, and it feels like the Kurds are a bit like everywhere at the same time. There's just like that group of people that are like a bit everywhere at the same time. They're like kind of spread out. They're still like a force, like you hear about them. But you couldn't say they're like they're like Arabs. Arabs are like, you know, they're not like groups of people there. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it could be it could be like similar to that in some sense. There's a way to say it, yeah. Because if they don't reconsider it now, we'll reconsider it for them by liberating Istanbul. It's a threat? Yes, it's a clear threat. God willing, if they don't open it, but the dam will open it from Istanbul. They got big dreams.
The man in the preaching van that the media team had requested over the radio had also arrived. Abdullah the Belgian, as he's called, travelled to the Caliphate from Belgium with his young son.
People responding. Yes, many people are responding. Especially the young man. You're from Belgium or the Islamic States? Back to him. You want to go back to Belgium? Why? What is over there? Infidels. What do we have here? The Islamic State. You like the Islamic State? You sure? Yeah. Why is it to be a GS or executed by a murder operation? What do we kill? Set up. What do you have the infidels done? But you see, and you see, there's so much into their thing. They think it's right. The way they talk to the kids is like, oh no, that's like a truth of reality. Crazy, right? It's insane. They don't have their own countries. I read that. I mean, it's so like they got the kid young, you know, of course, because they themselves probably are from that too. For the infidels, Europe, the infidels are all the infidels. We are going to invade you as you invited us. We will capture your woman as we capture your women. We will orphan your children as you orphan our children. I mean, there's a hell, you see? That's what you got, my brothers. We're living in a joy that I can describe it. That is the issue of children. This is generation of the Caliphate. God willing, his generation will fight infidels and apostates. The right doctrine has been implanted into these children. All of them love to fight for the sake of building the Islamic State and for the sake of God. Who do you fight with? Where are you going to the camp? But the Russian, America, the infidels. Quite young, do you know how to use a gun? Have you shot a gun before? And it's crazy, huh? Even through that, they still have like that naivety. Like, this is hell on earth. Yeah, this is hell on earth. Oh, that's what happens. When you live in the hell, you're going to have like crazy story to give yourself to make it doable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending what the fuck. There's no way. There's no way I'm defending. It's crazy. But like, this is hell. This is hell. Hell creates fucked up shit. And but you see, they still have that sort of like, you know, when you look at a kid, they have like a way of seeing their life. They're like, they don't care. They're naive to everything, and they have that still that spark in their eyes while they talk about that shit. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Those under 15 go to cheer camp to learn about their free name religion. But like for them, it becomes like so desensibilized. They live into like that hell so much that it's like it's reality now. It's become their own experience of things. That's how they see the world. You know, that's the only way you can. I guess like makes sense. You could like probably leave, but like when you're that indoctrinated, it's hard. You know. Those over 16, they can attend to the military camp. They participate in military operations. Yes, those who are over 16 or previously enrolled in the camps can participate in military operations. Because Usama bin Zayd, adopted son of Muhammad, led an army. He was 17 or 18. Led an army against the Romans. 14. I'd like to join this Islamic State. Because they fight infidels. They haven't done anything wrong with the gods, so they're willing to will not. We love the state. And that's the thing. It's like
gathering to celebrate the establishment.
The same way Germany became like a Nazi state because like democratically, everyone like in the right context can be like prone to like become radicalized. Okay. One who they deserve the best, God willing. You're welcome to the first festival after the declaration of the Islamic Caliphate. So they're in the city controlled by these guys. So there's no Iraq or Iran. It's like the Islamic State. The Muslim, this is great time to be proud of being Muslim. This is the time when the establishment of the Islamic Caliphate was announced. Ah la la, ah la la, ah la la. Said will say against your will, you're secular people. They don't see death the same way too, you know? The fear of death is like has left them the same way. In a crazy sense, they don't have the sensibilities about other people, but they don't have the sensibility about themselves too. You see like how much they're like disconnected to themselves at this point. Like death doesn't mean nothing. Death becomes like this thing of like grandiosity. The same way like death has no importance for like killing the infidels. There's the same thing about your own death. Your life becomes not viable. And because they die under the... But you see, there's like a certain way of like their life is so important, but the same way there's like a not there's like a it can be like whipped that easily and that fast. You know what I'm saying? They're so willing to lose their life. Yeah, it's so important, but at the same time they're willing to lose their life the same way they're willing to kill someone. You know what I'm saying? There's like such a weird sense of like how they see death. It makes sense. Like it's hell. But like even how they relate to their own death, it's like I've been around for 25 years, but I always wanted to go to Muslim land. We left our children and we left a pretty woman. Said goodbye to her. Came to the land of honor and jihad is where I feel at ease, 100%. Notice that the only children say hello to us and they send us kisses from far away. Yeah, because they die in the name of God. At this point, just knew it for real. Yeah, well, that's a thing. If you do that, they're going to be like even more. Like, think, how did hell became a thing in those groups? You know, because of war. So if you're going to drop a fucking nuke, you're going to create even more hell. And you're going to have even more radicalization. Now you just prove them right. You just prove them that America, the infidels, are after them. And they're willing to go even harder. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a bad idea. I think the way it goes on is like you discount it. These guys just want to get through their day. These are like... So, and... You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. If you drop a nuke, you just reproduce, like, how they end up there. It isn't. It's like... You're not going to get rid of the bees by... I mean, how to tackle it otherwise? I mean, I don't know. I think you de-escalate. It's like... The states are not going to do that, but, like, because it's too hard. But I don't know. You de-escalate. You try to make people understand, like, I don't know, what they're living. I don't know. You humanize people living in the war. Their goal is to stop the war, not make it worse. So there's a lot of ways, and that's the thing. It's easy to like just feed the war. It was like, you know. So I don't know. Like I guess you de-escalate it, which is like you know. You don't know that we are the best people in the world, the planet. After the Prophet come the Mujahideen.
The event took a lighter turn as IS displayed its tallest and shortest fighters.
We started to mirror him.
As the event drew to a close, the crowd were asked to join in a pledge of allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
I'm still trying to think, like, I don't think you can de-escalate either. Like, probably, but like... We fucked them pretty hard, you know? How do you de-escalate hell? Like what?
After taking control of the Syrian...
Nuking hell is not going to do much.
Raqqa in March of 2013, the Islamic State has also taken on the role of governing every aspect of daily life under the strict interpretations of Sharia.
Oh, strict, you see?
These Islamic laws cover everything from high crimes to civil disagreements to economics.
Here comes the fundamentalism.
Personal behavior, such as diet, prayer, and public appearance. Now, what was once a very westernized city is patrolled 24 hours a day by armed men known as the Hizbah that travel throughout the city enforcing their mandate.
Oh, they're like police?
Hizbah patrol leader Abu Ubaidah during Ramadan as they headed to the local market.
Establish a caliphate in order to make it happen in the way of the Prophet. We have to teach others what to do and what not to do.
لحظة بالله.
Wait a moment, please.
السلام عليكم. أخي
Peace be upon you, my brother. A moment, please.
كيف حالك؟
Okay, the sun and the sea, I swear.
حماية من زين. لا تعمل لي
Don't use this kind of image.
ها؟ إحنا نريد شارع إسلامي.
We want an Islamic street. We're Muslim.
إحنا مسلمين. ما نريد الكفار.
We don't want infidels. We want to oppose infidels.
ما نحب الكفار. هذا من نحب الكفار يا أخي.
If you put this photo up, bless you. But we have this belief. You must remove this picture. Okay, God bless you.
بالنسبة
The thing is that even if you somehow manage to de-escalate, if they're still gonna seek revenge, yeah, because yeah, yeah, we cannot put ourselves into like such a situation that, you know, the only thing is be patient. Yeah, of course. I don't have a solution. Like, what the fuck? I mean, hey, look. It's never going to be perfect. That's the thing. It's never going to go back to perfect. But like, de-escalating war, stop it. Is like having to stop spending money there into like war machine. It could be one thing, but it comes into politics now. You know what I'm saying? There's like a lot of like opinions everywhere about like what can we do about these countries. And again, there's like this idea of like it's our goal to like save these countries. Like we fucked them so much that like. It's our goal to fix it, when that's like a colonization kind of like rhetoric, which sometimes is not the best rhetoric to have. They're not doing it all because of the US, they're doing it because of their made up radicalization of their fate. No, the idea here is that how did that radicalization happen in the first place? They're going to say this is the US. It's one reason. But like I feel when your country has been like into like look, we could like go into like the history of this place, but like it's going to be a tangent, and I think it could be like we could talk about it for like hours, right? It could never end. But like the feeling is that these countries were always kind of stuck inside of like foreign countries, and like they never had a time to breathe. And in the 70s, they had like pretty good. They were getting modernized. You didn't have like fundamentalism being like a thing. Like, it keeps going on, Iraq coming on, Afghanistan with the USSR. Like, the Middle East, because of the oil too, they always, like, had to deal with, like, foreign actor coming in, shitting some stuff to get the thing, going out, people don't have stuff, they get radicalized, then it becomes, like, a new problem. It's like this like, hell loop, you know? It's a hell loop. And now today, like 4 years ago, it wasn't there, but like today, we went. Trump went back to Iran. So, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like people when you grew up into that context, that's where the radicalization happened. How that context became that, like, in my opinion, like America going there to fuck shit up, or even the USSR in Afghanistan. These are the reason. We didn't want to let these countries be when they were fine. And now we have to like deal with like ISIS, 9/11, Iraq, blah 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 blah, and deal with them. It's like we keep going back there too. Like they cannot have a pause. You know, we keep piling up problems on top of them. Now they have to also deal with like terrorist groups. That maybe wasn't that bad before. But now they need to terrorist groups. They have Israel. They have Palestine. They have like America being in there. They have like Russia. I don't know Russia what they're doing, but like you know, what I'm saying, there's just like we're adding more problems to this system. The system has like enough like difficulties just holding itself together, and that's why like there's like terrorist group that appears because like the governance cannot like hold itself. It's like impossible. There's like too much problem. It's hell. How your government is able to like stay itself if fucking it's hell. It's not able. The institution is not able to like stay fixed. You know, the organization is not able to get fixed. The only way they are able to see if there's like institution that appears like these states is because like their story is so radicalized. It's like they that's the only thing that's rigid enough to like keep like solid. So I'm coming from that point. Yeah.
خمور انا اتحداك تجيب واحد مخمور تلقى واحد مخمور
You're against to alcohol and I challenge you. I challenge you to find anyone selling alcohol.
يبيع خمر ولو في بيته
They're afraid of even having it in their house as they get reports of that.
ولا زلنا نجاهد
We're still fighting infidels with our machine guns, but we have to face these vices as well.
الامر
You see, that's how they get like rigid. That's how they're able to like get a structure going. They're so rigid about everything. They have to control everything so the structure is able to like keep in place. If you drop a nuke, you're going to make them even more rigid.
السلام عليكم اخي لحظه اخي
Peace be upon you, my brother.
السلام ورحمه الله وبركاته كيف حالك يا اخي الحمد لله هي زوجتك
ايه ان شاء الله.
باذن الله عليك اول شيء
So I'll tell her to change the fabric of her veil.
لما تمشي ما ترفع
Again, tell her you're not too old her hand because he can see what. She's your wife, my brother. Preserve her. Bless you.
قول له يا اخي هاي زوجتك ليش تعرضها انت
Shouldn't be on display. Is she a product?
زوجتك انت ولا شركه
Is
فيها
she your
ناس؟
wife or are sharing her with people? Doesn't make sense to share her with people. Aren't you a Muslim? God ordered women to wear a veil. We didn't invent that.
ندعو
So we advise in a nice way, but those who don't obey will be forced. Again, fundamentalism. Fundamentalism. If you drop a nuke, you're going to wipe them off. That's first off. No, because you can't. Okay, first thing first. The amount of people you're going to kill is kind of like inhumane into that aspect. Like, is that moral to even kill these people? So that's the first moral question I guess we can ask ourselves. Can we value the life of even these individuals? Or these individuals, because of how radicalized they are, they deserve death too. And I think that's those rhetorics that like feed their radicalization. It's one of the ways, I suppose. Second thing, if we agree that it's fine to kill people, okay, we agree on that basis. Do you really think there's not going to be it's going to create a vacuum? Like what, America is just going to come there? Just like people won't remember these things? Countries around it won't remember? Like it's going to like bite back. Like you cannot just get rid of like a country. And there's also the thing of like collateral damage. Even if we get the radicalized one, okay? There's like children's. There's like people that just want to get through their day and they have to deal with that bullshit. Do they deserve to be into that collateral damage? I don't think so. I think that's quite inhumane. Well, if somebody wants you're dead, you just like to kill you? First thing first, I think we're pretty far from that position. We are not like into the we're not into the Middle East. So I guess you have like a protection there, buddy. They're so far from you, they're never going to kill you. The only thing they're going to do you is make you fear. That's it. You're safe here, okay? They're never going to enter like North America. That's not happening. Second thing, I don't even know like how to tackle that. It just feels like, how do you value the human life there? How do you value the human life of someone that wants to kill you? Like, how do we deal with that? It's like, I guess it could like even be like that dialogue we're having can be like applied to a lot of things like prison. Is there criminals are too dangerous to keep alive? You know, that's the whole like thing about like the death sentence in the U.S. You know, like I think Florida still have like the electric chair. You know that's the thing. So we're far enough from these conflicts to be able to have the luxury to value their life. Okay, and again, these guys are killing people, so I guess they're not killing us, but they're killing people. So I guess if everyone is valued equally, there's like a problem there. So I don't know. Is there like a solution there? I think the solution is just you try to think about like a solution that's like minimize death and minimize creating more hell into these countries. I think that's a good foundation, but that's expensive. That's too complex. Countries, countries being countries. Yes.
On this day, the Hizbah must pay particularly close attention that people are following the rules.
They're so far away, and suddenly an airplane appears in the middle of New York. Yeah, but like again, why did that happen? It happened because like we kept fucking with these countries and they retaliate, and it's fine now. Don't worry. We are now in the age of like mass surveillance. It's not happening anymore. There's like, you know, they love their guns, but at the same time they're going to surveil you. Like, you know, social media is like everything you're doing through your day. Don't worry. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Regarding the holy month of Ramadan.
Now with AI too, don't worry, dude. We're so far. Don't worry. I mean, Poland, even Poland. I mean, I'm for North America, but like Poland. I feel like worry more about Russian. Like that's what the I don't want. I don't want to get into that. That's not even. That's a bad. Can we? Do you want to talk about that? How do you feel about Russia? That's. You know, now I feel like I have nothing to say. Like, I'm so far from that. Like, we got these, like, Americans on the side, like... If you want to talk about that. Like, I mean, that's fearful, you know? That's, like... You know, it's, like, deep existential... fears. It's just even then, just try to get away from the war. Just... in my opinion, feeding the war makes the war go for longer. Any way you feed the war is going to like make it go for longer. I despise them, but apart from that, I mean, I'm not really scared. Okay, cool. I'm glad to see that you feel safe. You know, because if you don't feel safe, that's where you get radicalized. That's how hell gets created. You don't feel safe at all. That's why they don't even care about their own life, because like safety is like it's not existent for them. These guys can live like actually in like place like a. They just want to get through the day. They don't even sure.
The eating, drinking, and smoking are forbidden each day until sundown.
What is this? They can't beat their train since 2004, so good luck fighting with NATO. Yeah, it would be like pretty bad for them to do that too. They push, but they cannot like do much. Like Ukraine was kind of like the weak link there because they wasn't in NATO. And now Ukraine is. I don't know about Ukraine at all. That's another like conflict. Oh my god, wars, dude, wars. We never ends. I don't. Yeah. It's full of gas or water, because some of them are filled with water. You know what I'm talking about? They fill it with half with water, then they put gas on it. The one I sell or guaranteed, what do you have guaranteed? You see, they try to be like, they do seem cool.
A large part of the Hizbah's role is also assuring that the shops and stalls throughout the city are trading fairly. The patrol go door to door inspecting products, practices and pricing.
And surely sell sheep as if it was beef and beef as it was sheep. Sell both together now? Why is beef the same price as sheep? Sometimes it comes like that, the same price as sheep. Why? Because there's very little... You mean there's a little profit from sheep? How much is 1 kilo of sheep meat? Is itself $9? Beef is 8. Yeah, but I still see sheep meat when I mix with beef. $8. Does that work well for you? Yeah. But do you sell the beef for $9? No. Okay, but bless you. It's probably as radical as the Third Reich for real. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, it is. It is complete, yeah. It's literally like about Nazis. It's like, yeah. It's like, how do we deal with Nazis? I feel that this the same amount of like radicalization, of course. You have a request if you can tell the councillor or the mayor. But like, think about it. Is it fine to kill Nazis? Is there like a say to be said about like how do we deal with like let's say the Nazis come back, the Nazis come back, how do we deal with that? Like how do we value the value of a soul in a context like that? I think it's important questions, you know. I was selling here, they took him. This is my car now. Can't go free for the sake of the god if Ramadan is brother. He was selling juice here. He was arrested for causing a traffic jam. He's been arrested for weeks since the first day of Ramadan. Yeah, but we are not responsible for that. You can go to the office of that magistrate and you make it a claim there. If you want to deliver a message to the consular, our voice is not being heard. Your voice will be heard. Your voice are heard and you can't even meet him. The card if you're oppressed by one of your other men, you can go and make a claim.
Breaking Islamic law in Raqqa brings you here, where prisoners await both sentencing and punishment. The Hizbah patrolmen encourage the prisoners to talk to our camera. Under such pressure, it's hard to know if their contrition was sincere.
I was brought here because they found alcohol in my house. I was brought here because I wasn't fair to myself. Didn't want to inform you? We're getting into some deep moral dilemmas. Yeah, but like, that's... I feel like they... In these places, the moral foundation is broken. You know, it's... Again, hell is going to create like soul tension. Hell itself is like just breaks moral standing. Oh, it rains outside. How cool. How cool is that? How cool is that? Yeah, but like these are the thing because like the way you're going to intervene is going to be like valuing life. And that's what they probably do into the country. So it's like, what the fuck? We're getting to the extremes of like a trolley problem. You know what I'm saying? Well, of course, there's people I'm willing to save before these guys, but you know, at the end of the day, they're still like, you know, they're so big that like it becomes like a whole like system in place that's like rotted. Rotted. You know what I'm saying? Like Nazis. By being here, I became more aware. I was in Prime before. No, I prayed it fast. Thank God I went back to my religion. Thanks to these guys. See, you have no space. You have no space to say anything. There's like that guy that had alcohol. Like Larry was saying that just to please the people there, but like, did he have a choice? I think my utilitarian side, and I think we should chill down and they become more violent. I think. Yes, sir. The thing is, that approach seems to work in practice, but if you look at history, each time we retaliate, creates more shit. And we need to value the collateral damage. Like, there's one thing is like being Nazis, and there's other thing the people around. You know what I'm saying? That we need to like understand how did hell got created in the first place, so we can like reverse engineer and some shit. Not add more problems. You know what I'm saying? I think it becomes like hard to like even debate that. If it's debating. Were you selling alcohol? It was her business. Pray that God will forgive us in these only months.
The sentence for many of these crimes, ranging from swearing, smoking publicly, and possession of alcohol, is corporal punishment.
Is there? Oh my God. Like, do these guys deserve your uke? These guys smoked in public, was selling alcohol, and swore. That's the three things that got you in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do these guys deserve the collateral damage of like retaliating?
جلد شرع الله بالقرآن الكريم هذا كل الموجود.
The system itself makes sense to you. Like,
لليوم 25 يوم.
وكمان عليه الجلد.
ايه عليه جلد.
oh my god.
الله يفرج عنا الجميع ان شاء الله.
الله يخففها عنك.
امين الله يخفف عنا الجميع.
حكمنا جلد شرع الله بس ونحن قبلانين الحمد لله.
Actually, it's the law of God.
ان شاء الله ما علينا. الحمد لله من فضل الله.
تعلمنا شغلات ما كنا نعرفها يعني.
All those things we didn't know about the religion.
تعطى مخدرات؟
We're taking drugs.
تعطى والحمد لله تبنا والله لسه الاخوه ما حكموني عرفت؟ فرجع يهدونا الشباب ويرجعونا لدينا لله سبحانه وتعالى عرفت؟ وبعدين ما اجمل انك قاعد
Is religion there to like control? That's crazy. Because there's nothing real beautiful than being scared of God. I will pledge your allegiance to the Caliph of Turkey. I went to pledge allegiance here, but my brother refused because it's not obligatory.
Unfortunately for this
You know, the system itself, like, makes sure it indoctrinates, like, everyone. Everyone has no choice. Like, join. So how do you dismantle, like, a system like that?
in the Islamic State, the punishment for drug-related crimes is often execution.
I know, tough topic. Thank God Poland is such a different country that they won't bother. Yeah, I'm glad to. And in some sense, I really believe if we don't, because there's a lot, you know, they're never going to get out of the Middle East that much. Yeah, they did like 9/11, that was disgusting. But they kind of like locked there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one way, maybe if you cannot de-escalate it, you can like, at least like, you know, control it, you know? Like, we advise them, the one who does not believe in God will be punished for sure. People in the Middle East, though, have to deal with that. There's like a lot of brothers in there.
The enforcement of Sharia
You know?
throughout Raqqa is
A lot of brothers there. One of my teacher was like Iranian. It's like, oh my god.
according to Abu Musa, for the benefit of everyone.
لا لا نعم هذا إذا سميناه هو
Study positive inspiration. When did you do all of that at the same time? It was a fair and fighting on several front lines. Yeah, how do you do that? Through religion.
الدولة ليست
It's a state, another group. We aim to build an Islamic state to cover every aspect of life. They want to control everything. That's why they that's how they're going to deal with the war all the time. We're not sending people. Like, we will benefit from the development, but in a way that doesn't contradict the religion. No one dares to steal from Muslim because the state is enforcing Sharia.
بفضل إقامة شرع الله إقامة حدود على السارقين فالحمد لله لا أحد يتجرأ أن يسرق من أموال المسلمين وإذا سرق يعرف أنه
The punishment is very tough, and that's cutting off the hands.
وهي قطع يده.
Since the group known as the Islamic State came into power, Islamic judges have presided over the courts and have introduced harsh sentences. This man was found guilty of murder. He was crucified.
I cannot show that on stream. That is not a thing you can show. You know, that's how they do. That's how they control. They fear you like it's medieval times. They literally use like medieval time techniques. They during the medieval times, I'm sure like they were doing the same shit with Christianity.
Vice News was given a tour of the Islamic State's courts.
What's your brother claim against my cousin? It's over for 2 hours. They're not sharing it with us.
Though the courts deal with major crimes, they also work as arbitrators, settling more mundane disputes. Locals wait patiently to be seen by a judge who will weigh in with a verdict according to the Quran.
الأساسي والأول هو تحكيم شرع الله عز وجل.
His reputation based on Sharia is good ordered. The Sharia court has returned rights to the people to the oppression they have suffered under the regime's court.
الظالم سابقا ولله الحمد. عمل المحكمة
Thanks to God, the court works on all cases.
عمل المحكمة عام تحكيم
And for Sharia against alcohol, adultery, etc.
جلد خمر زنا ما إلى ذلك كافة الحدود.
All kinds of Sharia laws and judgment in this court. Thanks to God, there is a specialized judge to each type of case,
المختص يقوم
who uses judicial knowledge to come to the verdict based on God's Sharia.
بالعلم الشرعي.
What are the judge's abilities to enforce these decisions?
كلهم متمرسين.
They're all experienced in Sharia and are able to apply it.
خبرة.
Does it create an international standard? No,
طبعا لا.
of course not.
كان همنا الأول
We have to satisfy God, that's why we don't care about international standards.
قاضي احوال الشخصيه لا اكون قاضي معاملات هون عندنا
And this is the office for non-Muslim affair. For the Christian, we're still here.
النصارى الموجودين.
There's still Christians there?
Christians, according to this senior figure, are entitled to live safely within the Islamic State, with certain provisions.
في سنة 1435 في 22 من ربيع الأول كان هناك
Fight was made with non-Muslims.
أذن به
It was approved by the Caliph al-Baghdadi, God bless him.
حفظه الله. فجاء النصارى
Christian asked for this contract.
هذا العقد واجتمعنا معهم.
We met with them with the presence of the President of the Caliph al-Baghdadi.
الخليفة البغدادي وإذا بهم
And for the chance for them to convert to Islam.
الإسلام. فإن لم تقبلوا
If you don't accept this, you can pay non-Muslim tax according to the Quran.
القرآن. فإن لم تقبلوا
If you don't accept this, there is nothing left between us but killing and fighting.
وإذا بهم
They said, we want to pay the tax.
الجزية. والله ما
To
آذيناهم.
God, we didn't harm them or displace them.
والله ما هجرنا.
If you're in a Muslim country, it's actually better to say you're Christian than if you're atheist because they despise atheists. Yeah, I feel like atheism is like a accidental coded thing, probably. There might be a thing, I don't know. Maybe.
In spite of this agreement, most Christians have fled the city of Raqqa. When IS fighters took Mosul in neighboring Iraq, approximately 30,000 Christians fled and their churches were destroyed. But it's not just Christians who have to worry. The mosques of Shiite Muslims have also been a target of IS. In Raqqa, the Armenian Catholic Church of the Martyrs has been converted into an Islamic center.
نحن الآن
We're now in Iraq's Islamic State Preaching Center.
مدينة الرقة للدولة الإسلامية. بداية كان هذا المكان كنيسة فيها صليب
Where cross was worshipped instead of God.
فالدولة
When the Islamic State took control,
هذا المكتب وهذا المكان هدمت
they
وكسرت
destroyed the cross on the top of the church.
أعلى الكنيسة فكسرت الصليب.
They broke the cross and it became,
فأصبح بفضل الله كما
thank God, and you can see, an Islamic center where they preach about God.
فيه إلى الله ويعلمون الناس أمور دينهم.
We have captured all the Shia. And we defeated the rest.
إضافة إلى
Furthermore, we established a nursery teach the Quran and religion to young children.
وتعلمهم المعلومة من الدين بالضرورة وتعلمهم
How to become, one day,
يوما ما قادة يسوسون
leaders who rule the world and lead the Muslim on the path of Sharia.
بشرع الله جل في علاه.
One of the 5 pillars of Islam is zakat, charitable giving.
من سؤال عن آلية الزكاة.
Zakat Bureau, on behalf of the Islamic State, collects the money from the wealthy.
الإسلامية ممثلة بديوان الزكاة بجباية الأموال أو أموال الأغنياء لتردها على.
Then the zakat money is given to the poor.
ولكل.
For those who have children, they are given $30 for each child. We hope if we continue with zakat in this way, there will be no more poor people. Everyone is poor. But then the wealthy people will be envious of the poor. For the sake of Islam, security and stability. You have to attend preaching centers. Yeah. God is great. We have broken America in two. And we have annihilated the country of Europe. You see that they say like they already won. You know? They're just like I mean, of course they're going to lie. What do you mean? They have brought back the caliphate by tyrants.
Everywhere our camera went, there seemed to be a young man eager to extol the virtues of the newly formed caliphate.
Promise you car bombs and explosives. Today we declare up the caliphate. It's Ramadan and the Prophet said victories come to God in Ramadan. The state is making victories in Iraq and Syria and everywhere. If God, we will divide America in two. We will destroy the enemies of the religion of all them. But the Islamic State. Will be fight again. You see, like, this kid probably like lost his parents or some shit. Like, you know, your parents will like get killed by these guys, by the other side. It would be easy to radicalize yourself. Again, safety is not a thing there. Fighting is the only way to get back. Raise your sword.
In June, IS began a rapid military expansion into Iraq, pushing the army back to Fallujah, just 45 miles from the capital, Baghdad. Within a few weeks, they were in control of huge areas of 2 countries, shocking the world at the speed of their advance and the ease with which they brushed aside an American-equipped and trained army. Vice News was taken by IS fighters on a journey nearly 200 miles.
How did they get there?
To what used to be the Iraqi.
Alright, dude, I gotta split. Oh, really? Alright, dude. Take care. That was enjoyable. Hopefully, we didn't traumatize ourselves too much here. Hopefully, watching this wasn't too heavy. That's a heavy stream today. Heavy topic, really heavy topic. That's like really like hard. You know, really hard. Take care now. Take care, bro.
Islamic State.
أنا من بلاد الشام، بلغت من عمر أكثر من 28 سنة. أول مرة أدخل أرض العراق بدون جواز سفر.
أنا من تونس وأول مرة أدخل العراق من غير ما أستعمل جواز سفر ولا تأشيرة ولا شيء.
والآن أصبحنا
Now we are one state, the Islamic State.
الدولة الإسلامية والخليفة أمير المؤمنين.
The Caliph, Prince of the Faithful of Bakar.
The Caliphate currently occupies around 35% of Syria, including most of
That's
its
crazy.
producing region,
35.
and a large part of Sunni-dominated Iraq. Some estimates suggest IS now control a 35,000 square mile area, equivalent to the size of neighboring Jordan.
Damn.
Senior Islamic State leaders were keen to show us how they were literally dissolving borders.
We're now on the border between Syria and Iraq.
على الحدود ما بين أرض الشام وأرض الرافدين ولله والمنة. هذه أرض الشام أمامكم ولله الحمد.
Run a bulldozer to take down the barricades.
أتينا به لفتح السواتر وفتح الطريق.
Open the roads for Muslim.
ولله الحمد
Thank God.
طبقنا وما نبتغي.
I believe in Sykes-Picot Agreement.
Nearly 100 years ago, Britain and France divided up the region that was once the Ottoman Empire. Strange as it seemed to be getting a history lesson in the middle of the desert from a hardline fighter, the Sykes-Picot Agreement is key to the anger and rage of IS.
So you say like how far like their conflict is rooted? They're bringing back like colonization. That's why they hate Europeans too, because like they colonized first, then it was America that came in. You know, it's their history, like, you know, they don't like erase history.
Just a few weeks earlier, this was a checkpoint manned by Iraqi soldiers. Then IS overran it. As is common, they filmed the action and published the results.
Dang. They're just showing like ISIS dead things. God damn it, dude.
With the Iraqi army nowhere in sight, people were free to move back and forth, crossing what used to be the Iraq-Syria border.
Have you been to this area and used this border crossing before?
لا ما نقرب لي.
ليش الآن دخلت يعني؟
الحين والله بسلامة الدولة الإسلامية.
أنت الآن عراقي ولا سوري ولا من الدولة الإسلامية؟
لا سوري من الدولة الإسلامية.
منين جاي حضرتكم؟
ايه من العراق من بعاج.
أول مرة بتيجي بعد
Your first visit after the opening of the border? It's my second visit.
ثاني مرة كيف لما تفوتوا الحدود؟
How was it at the border? We're unable to even get to the close to the border before. Thank God now the countries of Muslims are united.
وفتحت صارت ديار المسلمين ديارا واحدة. لا فرق بين عرب.
It's the only thing that set Arabs and foreigners apart. Thank God it will expand to Baghdad and then to Iran.
ومن بغداد إلى الأحواز. المالك ايش سوى لنا المالك؟ كل شيء ما سوى لنا. أصلا سوريا احنا.
I was unable to visit my family in Syria. My son, sister, uncle, and nephew could never see them.
شيء ما نقدر نشوفهم. إلا إنك.
Because if you weren't in the Shia army, you couldn't go to Syria.
تروح على سوريا.
قبل الدولة وخلال الدولة.
والله قبل الدولة المعاملة كانت فاينة سيئة.
We're treated. Now it's very good and we feel comfortable.
ومرتاحين والحمد لله يعني.
ها نحن الآن نمشي على الأقدام.
Not like going to criticize it, you know what I'm saying?
قادمون من أرض الشام إلى أرض الرافدين. هذا ما نبتغيه وهو
Turning the barrier and breaking, because like if they ever like misspoke to about the system, they're going to get fucking killed, dude. For God's sake, if any of the infidel countries or the Christians decided to build a church to practice their false religion, will anyone stop them from doing that? Will anyone fight them? Will anyone prevent them? We Muslims are the one who wants to enforce Sharia in this land. Free Sharia can be established without a weapon. Oh shit.
Throughout July and August, the Islamic State continued to expand, making significant territorial gains. They were now in control of a major dam, oil fields, and well armed with looted weapons and bundles of cash to fund their ambitions. It also appeared there was no one in the region capable of curbing their advance. IS routed Kurdish Peshmerga forces, sending shockwaves through the international community and creating a flood of refugees as thousands of Christians fled for their lives. A massive humanitarian crisis has developed, with over 30,000 Yazidi Kurds trapped on a mountainside.
Wow!
Surrounded by IS.
Wow!
This sparked calls for international action to avert a
Wow!
When there's a situation like the one on this mountain, when countless innocent people are facing a massacre, and when we have the ability to prevent it, the United States cannot just look away.
Nearly 3 years after withdrawing from Iraq, President Obama ordered US military action against IS, as well as a humanitarian mission. The bombing may relieve the plight of the refugees, but it has so far had minimal impact on the Islamic State's military capabilities. While no one knows exactly how to deal with the escalating crisis, the fighters of the Islamic State grow bolder by the day.
Yeah, they're getting more and more radicalized. Now they're like self-professing, like, you know, they're creating more hell for themselves. Or a passport. Whether they like it or not, we will enforce Sharia in this land. Wow, that's an heavy-ass documentary, dude. I need to like digest this. I need some time to like sit into what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. Gee, nice. God damn it, dude. That is quite heavy, huh? That is quite heavy. That is quite heavy. I don't have much. It's just like really heavy. Oh. I'm kind of tempted to like just end stream here. I feel like it was like enough. I need. It's important. I think, you know, after like exercising herself into like watching this and like learning about this, we need to sit and think about it. You know, don't get reactionary about that. You know, that's like there's brothers and sisters that are like living these things. There's like people that are trying to get through their day. They're stuck in these like situations. You know, and even like into our countries, a lot of like stuff of like how do we deal with these things, because like it always backlash. So and how do we see our own history into these conflicts too? That's important to think about. Like, you know, it's one thing to be like, oh, there's going down, but like there's like part of like how do we see ourselves into that conflict? You know, like we got such a history of colonization that we have difficulties to handle. I think like as a society we don't really know how to like tackle the bad past. We're so good at like praising like capitalism and all that shit, but like I feel as a society we're still difficulties to like sit down into like the bad shit we did. You know, same way like someone tries to heal himself, he needs to like accept how we were. I think we're still at this point where we're like having difficulties. We're kind of coping them. We're kind of coping, you know. So what now? Life could be worse, Calvin. Life could be a little better too, Mom. That's a good comic, right? That's a good comic. You're playing Among Us? What? Are we playing Among Us, Nick? That's great. That's great. Okay, I think I need something lighter. But I want to keep thinking about it. I think it's important to keep thinking about it. I think it's important. So what if we find something light-headed, okay? Some nice stuff. Some nice stuff. Some cool stuff that's going to make us feel good. Which is
Oh, Miss Effie was her name. Through the West she won her fame, being handy with a gun.
I don't know. Jordan Peterson crying? Jesus is too terrifying a reality to fully believe. No, we're not watching that. Can we just like get TikTok slop? That's the kind of thing I would need. The very first AI slop cringe compilation 7 months ago. Okay, it's all AI too. Yes! I was watching AI slop video on Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. The very first AI slop cringe compilation. They're ready to die. I don't even know what's happening. Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Now he's rich. Now he's rich and he has full kitten. And he marries the tiger mom. That is not a good thing. Why did he put the song there? What the sound? And they're going to build chat society. That is the cutest thing I ever seen. What? Furries? The tiger mom again? Is that like propaganda for tiger moms? Is that what they're going for with this? Tiger moms make for a better society? And for some reason, furries? What? It keeps going. It keeps going on. It never ends. Can we skip this? Now there's aliens. Wait, it keeps going on. Like, how long is this? Trump and the fat cat? Trump? Oh my god, he's healing the panda. And they get a friend now. They got the lobster friend. What? This is so confusing. Is it... He's going to eat the Donald. Dude, that's so epic. What do you mean it's cringe? AI is getting better by day, okay? Time for the cat video break. Dude, there's enough cat video. Like, your whole cringe compile is cats. Oh my god. Okay, that went really wrong. What is G? Whoa! Whoa! It was so bad. Oh! 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 What? Is that what he meant by Jesus is too scary for us to believe? Actually, videos like that are kind of fun to watch. Like early TikToks, there was a certain aesthetic of early AI slop that felt like actually there was an aesthetic to it. First ever generated video.
Some of the lowest fees start with Z's.
I'm not selling AI slop. I feel like today like it lost its charm. I guess there's a charm to like these slop. You see, there's something about that. When it looks like that. Like everything morphs into each other, you're never like sure what's happening. I don't mind that much that. I feel like there's cool visuals with that. Cool visuals that you cannot reproduce. Like the technology itself was the product. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm was making like a unique product. Now the slop is able to make like it's not unique now. Slop.
So as you can see, Gauguin makes some pretty impressive landscape
Source map, and you see, even there you have to like map a map before, and you just like put in textures.
art accessible to nearly anybody. It's not made to generate a realistic video sequence, but I'm sure NVIDIA is not too far away from something like that.
Yeah, we're realistic now. Like AI is like crazy. Like there's no difference. I'm sure I'm at the point where I probably watch some AI never like understanding it. I never like. I didn't notice it was AI. I want like a whole compilation of like old, like, you know, like from March 2023. This is too pretty. This is too realistic. There's something really like impressive though. I don't know how to call this type of like AI slop. I think I'm going to find like the right kind of early AI videos, you know what I'm saying? AI vids March 2023. Let's see. 3 years ago. There's nothing. That's the thing. There's nothing. Now I kind of want to like have like old school AI. I'm a vintage guy. Now I prefer vintage AI. I'm done. I'm done with this crap. I'm done with this. I cannot even know it's AI. Like it like you know it's AI, but like you still have to like put some stuff behind. Plus only texture mapping, everything like kind of merged into itself, which kind of cool. You know, there's a unique aesthetic, but right now it's just like it's made to be like content love to get you addicted. Dude, he eats an apple. He's so good. Oh, that's a banger too. There's an ad! God damn it, ad! Get away. Dude, he's so wholesome. He's just going to golf. He's just going to play some golf. He's just going to play some fucking golf. He's ready with his boys, like, dude, today I'm going to do like 18 holes. It's going to be crazy. Going to be nice. Look at the pretty sun outside. Going to tell the wife who I met. My other right-hand friend, Bobby, is there. It's so pretty. I love Florida so much. I love Florida. I'm so glad I moved here after, like, making banks in, finance. Hell yeah. Okay. Goodbye.